2023 Ford F-250 King Ranch Tremor first test, capable of big numbers, but not comfortably. Ford's heavy-duty off-roader sacrifices ride comfort, steering precision, and general stability on the altar of payload, towing, and torque supremacy. We cry uncle. Ford takes its Super Duty trucks extremely seriously, working assiduously day and night to endow them with superlative capability stats. Highest torque, towing, and payload capacities. Most trailering gizmos. And with its new Tremor package, it's also chasing off-road supremacy. The thing is, fortifying the truck to achieve all those big numbers makes it kind of miserable to drive. As the biggest daddy of the Tremor line, which now extends through the F-Series, Ranger, and Maverick families, this one is the most kitted out. The Super Duty Tremor package, $4,375, gets 35-inch Goodyear Wrangler DuraTrack tires on unique 18-inch wheels, an off-road tuned suspension with a front-end lift, a limited slip front differential, and a lockable rear diff. There's an optional, $3,855, dealer-installed 12,000-pound Warn winch that nestles inside the front bumper like the one that comes standard on Ram's Power Wagon. Chevy ZR2 owners must fit an EVE steel bumper to mount a winch. Other off-road features include rock crawl and trail control drive modes and trail turn assist, which drags an inside rear tire using the brake to help tighten the turning radius. The Tremor lacks the Ram Power Wagon's locking front differential and disconnecting front anti-roll bar, but it heavily trumps that truck in tow/haul capacities. For 2024, the Tremor package can be added to King Ranch or Platinum trims of the F-250 and F-350. Our F-250 King Ranch came equipped with the Max Trailer Tow and 11,100-pound gross vehicle weight rating packages and with the mighty $12,495 6.7-liter 500 horsepower/1,200 pounds-to-foot high-output powerstroke diesel engine. The 7.3-liter Godzilla gas V8 is standard. As such, it was configured to tow 18,200 pounds with a conventional hitch that rises to 19,500 or 20,000 with a fifth wheel or gooseneck hitch, and to carry 3,102 pounds. Ram's Power Wagon tops out at 10,590 pounds for towing and 1,630 pounds of payload. But the Chevy Silverado 2500 HD ZR2 diesel has the Tremor beat at 18,500 and 3,193 pounds. The powerstroke high output delivers best-in-class performance, hustling this 4-ton beast to 60 miles per hour in 6.3 seconds, about a second ahead of the standard output diesel and 1.5 seconds quicker than the Godzilla gasser. Chevy's HD ZR2 Duramax is next quickest at 6.6 seconds to 60, while the gas-only Ram Power Wagon needs 7.3, and the similarly off-roady Ram 2500 Rebel Cummins Turbo Diesel 6 needs 8.1 seconds. These mastodons all take lots of space to stop. The heavier Chevy and Ram diesels do best at 139 to 140 feet from 60 miles per hour, with the Ford needing 154 feet. They all require about 30 seconds to circle the figure-8 course, averaging about a half G. We only carried 2,000 pounds and towed 8,500 in our Tremor test truck, neither of which strained the suspension or powertrain in the least. Had we intended to approach the truck's lofty limits, with either the cargo payload or the trailer tongue weight, Ford's digital onboard scales and smart hitch features would have been there to warn us. In addition to impressive capacity numbers, Ford strives to remove pain points from the towing experience, with industry-first features like camera and proximity sensors atop the tailgate that function with the gate down. Highly useful when reversing under a fifth wheel hitch or while carrying longer cargo. The Pro Trailer Hitch Assist feature will automatically position the trailer hitch ball directly beneath the trailer, and it works okay, but it seems less crucial in an era when reverse camera images overlay a hitch alignment line. The trailering mirrors power out, a little or a lot, at the touch of a button and feature smaller parabolic mirrors, but you might have to jump out to adjust the one on the right. Trailer navigation allows drivers to program in trailer height and length so the routing algorithm avoids tight turns and low clearance, ensuring your driving never gets featured on viral TikToks or Instagram Reels. We were unable to find an obstacle, short of deep water, the Tremor couldn't surmount, usually with great ease. Engage low range and rock crawl mode, and the diesel idles right over any and all boulders in the rock garden, up concrete steps, loose dirt inclines, you name it. Occasionally the forward collision alert system perceives some obstacles as a threat and nailed the brake, but if you dive into a menu on the touchscreen, you can deactivate all those safety widgets, and everything off option would be nice, though, there are a lot of things to turn off, and besides, a deeper stab of the accelerator easily maintained forward progress. Our drivers praised the placement of buttons for traction control and cameras right above the screen, where they could be easily accessed when needed. Pressing the rotary drive mode switch engages trail turn assist, which tightened our turn radius enough to make a sharp right turn up a steep incline that otherwise would have required multiple forward/reverse maneuvers. Invisibility out of the Ford Super Duty cockpit was deemed superior to the Chevy ZR2 on hand, always A+ when off-roading. Technical writer Jared Corfage declared it a bona fide monster truck. But while off-roading enthusiast and senior editor Jason Gonderman praised the suspension's articulation, he found fault with the shock choice. The off-road ride quality of the Tremor is awful, he said. Fox shocks, like those on the Ranger Tremor, would in theory make a world of difference. Another downside, there's no automatic AWD function like GM offers for added on-pavement confidence in iffy weather. The springs required to support those big hauling numbers are super stiff, resulting in a jarring ride even when loaded or towing a big trailer. And some periodic pavement irregularities on our towing loop just wreaked havoc, making the F-250 Tremor borderline intolerable on that stretch of road. Likewise, when we took the Tremor to the off-road park, commuting between events along rough dirt trails at 30 miles per hour was vastly less comfortable than in the Silverado 2500 HD ZR2. Live front axle suspensions are a big enabler of sky-high GVW ratings, but they generally portend recirculating ball steering. Such setups almost always feel way less precise than rack and pinion. Such is the case here. The steering wanders like a high person's mind, Deputy Editor Alexander Steklosa said. Ford compensates for this by providing a lane centering function that's achieved using a motor on the steering shaft. As these systems go, it's far less precise in its centering, and because it acts on the steering column shaft instead of remotely on the steering mechanism, the driver is more aware of it. A casual hand on the wheel can feel effort loading and unloading as it does its thing. Kudos to Ford, though, for attempting a lane keep function. GM and Ram stop at lane departure warning and assist, even if it seems overmatched by the loose steering. Ford just revised the Super Duty pickups inside and out, but senior editor Aaron Gold speaks for most of us in declaring, from the outside, it looks like a truck from 2008. From the inside, it looks like a truck from 2018. But that's not all bad. The numerous hard buttons and reduced screen dependency may make this the easier interior for many to live with. Storage solutions in the center console are well thought out, and senior technical editor Matt Chajinski deemed the B&O sound system better than some luxury sedans, adding that the massaging seats are also among the industry's best. For those with the biggest loads and heaviest trailers to schlep, and who venture off-road often, look no further, but be prepared to pay a bit more. 2024 Tremor pricing starts at $78,970, while the ZR2 starts at $72,595, both with gas engines. If you don't need the extreme hauling capabilities, we encourage buyers to take a long, hard look at the Silverado 2500 HD ZR2. Its independent front suspension, tighter steering, and more sophisticated shocks make it immeasurably better to drive on highways and vastly more comfortable when the off-pavement going gets rough.